I often get asked, what is Google Analytics? So every digital marketing strategy must make use of Google Analytics. Google Analytics essentially allows you to measure and give you various pieces of information about the traffic that is coming onto your website. So for example, it will tell you, where people are coming to your website from, what type of keywords they're using to come onto your website, how long have people been on your website, what are the most popular pages on your website, and so much more. They even tell you stuff like, hey, from the people that have come onto your website, how many of those have actually converted into a lead or filled in your contact form, or even give you details like how much income have you generated from various sources of traffic like Google, social media, and so on. So if you're not using Google Analytics, it's a little bit like playing tennis without having anyone to keep the scores about who scored what and what round you're in. So having Google Analytics as part of your digital marketing strategy is an absolute must. So by using Google Analytics, you can make data-driven decisions, which means that the decisions that you're making are based on some numbers that Google Analytics have already provided to you, as opposed to just taking guesstimates as to let's start that campaign or let's do a little bit and a little bit of that, which doesn't quite work. All your marketing strategies should be based on numbers. So how does Google Analytics works? Well, you simply go to analytics.google.com and you sign up for an account. It gives you a small piece of code which you put into your website, or you can ask your website developers or your webmaster to put into your website. What happens after that is Google starts analyzing everything that happens on your website. So if you're getting traffic from, say, YouTube, and that's converting into a sale, Google Analytics will tell you that. If you're getting traffic from Google Ads, and that's converting to a sale or a lead, Google Analytics will tell you that. Google Analytics will also tell you where are the weak areas of your website. It won't just only tell you the positives, it'll tell you the downsides as well. For example, it'll tell you that, hey, X amount of people are coming onto a certain page of your website, which might not be performing very well, and they're exiting straight away. So you can then look at that information and take action against it. So that is technically known as a bounce. So in other words, that people are visiting your website. So 10 people come onto your website and 5 of them leave that page straight away. That means you've got a 50% bounce rate on that page. You can then take a look at that page and say, hey, why do you think people are exiting this page? Let's take a specific action, either change the content or the prices or the images and so on. Furthermore, Google Analytics doesn't just tell you the traffic data into where they're coming from, but it also gives you demographics information. For example, it tells you that what gender people are who are coming onto your website, and out of the genders like male or female, which ones are converting more into a sale or a lead. It tells you their locations. It tells you, depending on what part of the world you're in, it tells you your income. So using this information, you can change your digital marketing strategy to cater for those audiences which are more likely to convert into a lead or a sale. So a recent example we had is that we've got a customer in the home improvements industry who was getting a stack of leads every single day, and they were quite happy with the ROI they're getting, and they were getting like a 5-to-1, between 5-to-1 and 7-to-1 ROI, which is absolutely fantastic. Then when we deep dived into their Google Analytics, we found that most of their audiences are male from a specific area within UK. We then amended our Google Ads campaign to cater for those demographics. And what we found is that the ROI just shot up. And not only did the ROI shoot up, but the amount we were spending decreased significantly, which means that we were able to use the data that we've got and focus it and laser beam it towards the demographics that were converting for us. Likewise, we can give other scenarios whereby we found that, hey, certain pages like the checkout page, that's a very common page, to have a very high exit rate. And then you can take action against these. So guys, I encourage you all that create an account within Google Analytics. There'll be a link in the description below. integrate it within your website, and start looking at the data. I will be creating a more advanced video about the ins and outs of Google Analytics and why you should need it. But in the meantime, this should serve as a basic introduction to Google Analytics. Take care, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications button so that when I do create new content, you'll be the first to know. At the same time, go to ppcebook.com and download my Google Ads ebook, which will tell you how to create fantastic Google Ads campaigns right from the outset. Take care. Goodbye.